Hello everybody, welcome back to Paradise Killer. Guess what time it is, everybody? It is fucking trial time. Dun da da da. Doing it. We're just going for it. Might be the wrong move, but I have the answers. Do I have the proof? Not all of it, but do you need all of it? We don't know. We have saved. I'll just make sure. We can always come back, probably. Alright, here we go. Make sure we can't talk to Judge again. Fuck it. Let's expose the truths. Are you sure, Lady Love dies? This is the point of no return, where we descend into the madness of the crime. The penalty for anyone you convict of any crime will be death, as dictated by syndicate law. Please be sure. Are we sure?
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
I'm overjoyed to hear that. Please wait while I assemble the suspects in the Chamber of Justice. Let me explain how we shall uncover truths and lies. We will hold a trial for each case file logged in Starlight. You will choose which suspect you wish to accuse and present your argument against them. I am an impartial tool of justice. I shall analyze your evidence and determine if you have proven your case. Oh, by the way, this is the third one tonight, which would be an hour and 20 minutes-ish. So my voice is going to give out every now and then, but I really didn't want to wait another night, because who knows when I'm going to sit down and actually record this again. So sorry about that, but we'll get through it together, okay? Can you break alibis? Can you put the suspect at the scene? How strong is your case? All that matters is that justice is carried out. I am not interested in speculation and weak prosecutions. I need the truth. We will find the suspect responsible for each crime. The door to truth will open. Here's trial number 1. The trial of my fucking failures. Yeah, I get it. Come on, move on with it. Are you clear on how the trials work? Do you need me to repeat this? No.
That's strange.
Judge, the island is ending. Our home shatters before us. This farce has gone on for long enough. It is time to move to the new island, Judge. I am the acting leader. I initiated the shutdown. The prime suspect has been sitting behind bars while the freak runs around the island chasing down false leads. You have until the end of the island to do your trial. The truth may not be as simple as you believe, Architect. So we prove her first. I'm doing this for the good of the syndicate. Perfect 25 is waiting. You can't do that. Judge, the clock is ticking. What does this mean for the trials? We don't have much time, Love dies. The white smoke of oblivion threatens to consume the truth. You will have one desperate chance to find the truth for each case file. Make it count. The rest of the syndicate are in agreement. It is time to move on and execute Henry. Well, all of you are fucking guilty besides Crimson and Dr. Love. Fuck you! You're overstepping your authority, Architect. Judge, let's breathe life back into paradise. Love dies. You are authorized to once again wield your service weapon. Take hold of a chamber full of justice. Use it at the end of the trials to execute the guilty. Any involvement with this heinous crime carries the sentence of death. Judge, this is severe. This is the crime to end all crimes. Any amount of involvement is a heresy against the gods, an atrocity against the syndicate. Or do you disagree? I do not. Be strong in your accusations, investigator. The penalty for any of these crimes is death. Is the I get it. I fucking get it. Architect. Investigator, this island is ready to die and new one started. Do not delay in prosecuting Henry. All of the evidence points to him. Wait. Grand Marshal? You better get this right. Yuri, get this over with. Witness, Lady Love dies. This is it, isn't it? The reckoning, the future of paradise. I hope you make the right choices. So do I. Lydia, Sam. Hey LD, we're cool, right? We're in the clear, aren't we? We'll find out at the trial, guys. Shame on you. I'm not gonna do all these people's voices. I'm just gonna go with it. Love dies. If you prosecute me, will I get conjugal visits? Sorry, Doc. Punishment will make that difficult. Henry, this is a formality, right? I'm lined up to get my head blown off, aren't I? That's what we're here to find out. I feel like I've missed a few other things, haven't I? Crimson, hope you know what you're doing, lady. You better have the evidence you need for whatever you're planning. I think we can prove Carmelina with Dye and all them. We can prove Witness, Lydia, and Sam. What we can't do is we can't really prove Henry's innocence, really. We can't prove Akiko was there. And Voth and all that stuff. I'm feeling less and less good about this. Speak to the suspects and collect your gun. Right. You have retrieved your gun. I hope you appreciate how serious your accusations will be. Return to the stand when you are ready to talk. Investigator, we will begin the trials. Henry's escape. Henry allegedly escaped during his execution, broke through the prison bars and headed to the council building, murdering the martial guards, traversing the holy seals and killing the council before being apprehended at the scene. Okay, so before we get started, I do want to say, go back to what I've been saying about having multiple crimes. The whole problem and why I think I came here and I'm a little like, man, this is going to go poorly in some areas. I really didn't know how this trial is going to work, but now they're like, oh, you've only got one chance and you have to prove it. Are we going to be able to? Because I thought maybe like if we talk to them and present evidence in a certain way, we can get them to provide more evidence. I thought more evidence would come out for this. So that's why it's like some of the things are a little shaky, but I feel like if we prove a few things, then other things will fall into place. But I don't know if that's going to how it works, and that's kind of like we needed like another trial so we know how the trials work, so that because like my character would know how the trials work because she's done this before, but I don't. So yeah. How did Henry escape? How did the accused killer break out of incarceration? Is it as the report states, or did something else happen? I don't think I can prove this part. Henry Division is alleged to have escaped the desolation cell and murdered the council. Investigator, peel back the shroud of inscrutability and bring forward the sweet smile of truth. Henry allegedly consider the facts and find your truth. Who will you accuse of the crime? Henry's who to accuse of Henry's? Okay, and this is the evidence I have. Akiko said she phoned. She lied about that. Henry doesn't appear in the syndicate HQ logs. Torn apart prison bars. We can't. So this is like all the barracks stuff. Akiko broke the inhibitors. According to the medical report, Henry is full of inhibitors and sedated. Impossible time frame. We can accuse Akiko, Henry, or all sorts of... Oh, wait, it's going to show me evidence for individual people. Unknown suspect. Henry said that he was agitated before the escape. He could feel the demon inside him writhing. It partially woke him from his sedation. What caused this? An oral attack. We can't... Oh, we've got the die and the killer demon in here. We have the witness. A wireless receiver on a demonic containment crate hidden inside the council penthouse was called by witness's phone. Witness has previously asked if anything can overcome... Wait. Could witness have been? Could the code have also triggered? No. I'm not buying that. Accused. Previous convictions none. I don't. Why do we have to start with my weakest one? I believe this was part of a plan by Akiko. Recito. This freak is lying. The Grand Marshal broke the primary suspect out of the prison she put him in. Present your evidence. Construct a truth. Time frame? The time frame in Akiko report doesn't match up. There is no way Henry could have gotten off the desolation cell, made it to the council building, traversed the holy sills, and murdered the council and be found at 0003. Akiko lied. Grand Marshal, respect the civility of the courthouse. Do you have a proper response? She's making that up. The freak is making me out to be a liar. She's cooked up a little story to frame me. How did Henry cross the island, get through all the seals, murder the council, and exit the building? He's got a demon in him. The demon gave him speed and strength. There's no evidence to suggest that. That's correct, Grand Marshal. Your word here isn't enough. You are speculating without any evidence to back it up. Present your evidence. Construct a truth. I don't really know what all these indicate necessarily. I can break Henry's alibi. Lady Love dies. Henry stands accused by everyone except you. Do the facts lie? Do you believe in the official version of events? No, the truth is distorted. The only way to get to the council building from the desolation cell and the window of time stated is via the front gate of the HQ. But don't we know that Henry was actually there? The nightmare computer logs on the HQ entrance have no record of Henry going through them. I don't believe he went through them. If he didn't go through the entrance, this whole case is thrown into disarray. The demonic sigils that cover Henry's body were found daubed in blood at the scene of the first seal marshals. What of them? Henry doesn't draw those symbols. There are no records of this occurring, and it is not in line with how the demon inside of him behaves. The sigils formed on his skin through the projection of demonic language from the demon inside him. The demon scorched him with his own anger. Did the demon make him draw them? No, the demon doesn't micromanage Henry's actions. It just sets him on a path. Henry doesn't speak the demon's language either. I find it unlikely that Henry would perfectly recreate sigils from a language he doesn't speak. How did they get there then? Most likely drawn by whoever was trying to frame Henry. So we did get new evidence. Couldn't he have copied them from his own body? Only if he had a mirror and the time to do it. Very well. Excellent work. You have taken the lid off the box containing the truth. Henry's alibi is broken. I can break Akiko's alibi. The truth requires us to examine Akiko's alibi. Akiko went to execute Henry, but alleges that Henry escaped at 2352. She claims she found him outside the council building at 0003. I called witness as I left the desolation cell to go to the barracks to organize the search for Henry. Can anyone confirm that the Grand Marshal returned to the barracks? The marshals confirmed that she went back to the barracks. However, it is hard to take their word as they are fiercely loyal to you and refuse to give me any physical evidence. Did you confirm the phone call? Akiko's phone records are apparently classified and the investigator isn't allowed to access them. Witness confirmed he got a call from Akiko. I took Witness's phone and analyzed the records at a comms tower. Starlight did some backtracing on the calls and it appears Akiko lied. The call she made to Witness wasn't from the desolation cell. The comms tower puts her location at the Syndicate HQ, which throws her timeline of events into question and puts her near the scene of the crime. Watch your language in the House of Justice? She's lying. Her little pocket calculator is wrong. She hasn't checked my phone. The data is incorrect. Witness testified that on the call from Akiko, he could not hear the desolation cell's distinctive, dreadful atmosphere or the ocean. That is not conclusive proof, but it still suggests that she wasn't where she claims. The rock of secrecy has been lifted and the truth exposed. I don't know if he should present all of them or if there's a reason not to. She broke procedure when she went to execute Henry.
Show me your truth.
The bars on the prison bridge were supposedly torn open by Henry with his demonic strength, but it appears to be done by military-grade explosives. Never trust computers. Her little calculator got it wrong. Henry is demonic. What does Starlight know about demons? Thermite is an anti-material weapon. Sorry, I'm skipping stuff, but I don't like. This isn't really. I'm presenting the evidence because I have to, but it's not going to lead to anywhere interesting. Thermite is an anti-material weapon and burns at an extremely high temperature. Akiko used it to open the prison bars and make it look like Henry escaped. That's a lie. A good truth. Please let us sample some more. Henry was dosed up with inhibitors. How could he have escaped if he was fully sedated? Doctor, was his dosage correct? Yes, Judge, as it has been for the last 10 years. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The demon inside him tricked us. It waited for the right moment. Doctor, that's quite the claim. It would mean that the demon was capable of plotting and fooling us for a decade. There's no medical evidence to suggest this happened. Very convenient that the demon pulled the trick off right at the end of the island. Why not attack sooner? This isn't hard evidence, but I am taking it into so you see he is taking it into consideration. I have nothing to present. You have proven that the official version of events for Akiko and Henry's movements last night are total fantasy. Combined with the evidence you have created, a truth that glints brilliantly in the light shown by the facts. I have considered your truths, ruminated on the implication, soaked in the facts, steeped the leaves in veracity, examined the grains of legitimacy. So I'm obviously just speeding through this, and I actually really enjoy the writing with what they're doing here, but it's gonna kill me if I read it all out and like emote and do voices, and it's just gonna kill me. So we're just going. There is no jury here. I must leave it to the impartial sword of justice with justice within me to stab through the heart of the lies and let the blood of truth flow. A truth is revealed, a truth is known, a truth proves Akiko guilty. Do you have anything to say, Grand Marshal? The harsh light of truth has shone upon your crime, and you will be sentenced to death. You were sworn to protect our beloved council. You pledged your blade for so long. You were a beacon of purity. Now you will be executed, and the marshals will lose their leader. The island sequences will never be the same again. Why did you do it? You said I wouldn't hang for this! I beg your pardon, Grand Marshal. This was never part of the plan, you pompous Tarfa! Who are you talking to? Carmelina! You said this would work! Now I have a gun to my head! If I'm going down for this, so are you! The ravings of the guilty, lashing out. I have no idea what she's talking about. This is what I was hoping for, by the way. This is definitely like plus for the game so far in my book. I didn't have to get into the Marshall building to prove we had enough there, right? We had enough there to prove it. And now she's calling out Carmelina, which would give us more evidence to form the bonds that I was missing. This is exactly what I was hoping you would be able to do in here. So hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, that's just made me really happy. Since I tell you all my complaints, I got to tell you when it makes me happy too. It's only fair. Tell us everything, Akiko. You have nothing left to lose. If you were set up, you can have revenge. You promised to induct my soldiers into the syndicate if I helped you. Now I'm going to be executed. Not even a try. You used me. You weren't careful enough, and now I'm going to die.
Out of your mind.
I faked Henry's escape. I was supposed to deliver him to outside the council building, phone witness, and report that I'd found him after the council were dead. Carmelina? She's lying. She's been found out in her own little scheme, and now she's trying to take innocent people down with her. I took Henry through the barracks to the council building. The official report is a lie. Lady Love dies. Sounds like a conspiracy, Judge. Open a case file. I'll try to keep Judges up because I like doing that voice for him. Judgment has passed. Round 1. Convicted. Are we actually gonna kill all of them? Because that'd be a crazy ending, huh? Are we gonna get a choice? Lady Love dies. While you're in here, you do not have access to the phones you have been using to record your progress. Would you like me to save your progress now? I will save your progress before the next trial begins. We're damn sure using that slot 3 for this. I think we'll be fine. So far, I've not seen a reason we need to go back and do the barracks. Sure, we find more proof against the Akiko and maybe more information about Voth, but... Alright, Henry's demonic possession. A decade ago, Henry became possessed by a demon, killing his mother and allowing demonic corruption to spill out into the world. The area around his apartment was sealed off and became the dead zone. During his arrest, he killed the syndicate's exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. For the last 10 years, he has been contained and sedated in the desolation cell with inhibitors. Investigator. Starlight has logged Henry's possession a decade ago as a case file related to the murder of the council. This happened. We figured this out a long time ago. Someone specifically got him. Oh yeah, it was a Kiko, wasn't it? We'll go through the proof. I love that it lifts that proof out when you're choosing who to convict. Otherwise, I would be in trouble if they didn't let me review that. Is Starlight being overzealous, or do you believe there is something there that warrants investigation? Was someone else involved with Henry's possession and the demonic invasion that spelled doom for the island? Henry, he took the grimoire. Oh yeah, it was Yuri, wasn't it? Maybe? I'm having a hard time remembering. Henry's previous rituals. He was arrested during a ritual to communicate with the god. He was not completed, minimum jail time. Arrested and incarcerated for a completed ritual that brought demonic corruption to paradise. Subject has been placed on watch list under advisement of syndicate school. A book on demonology written before demonology. Sorry. How did Henry have access? Did Yuri give it to him? We don't really have the proof for this, do we? He gave him the book, but we don't really have proof. Is that the best we have, though? Sure. Wait. That's really the best we have? I swear, wasn't there... Oh my god. Who was there? We had the exorcist who was killed. We had a Kiko who stepped outside, right? Wasn't the Kiko there and she stepped outside? And the mother was there. And Carmelina was there. Wasn't Carmelina there? Did we fail this one?
Crime is repulsive.
I believe Yuri pushed Henry down the path to possession. I thought you were supposed to be an investigation freak. You've got nothing on me. Yuri accessed the vault that contains the books on demonology. I believe Yuri took books on demonology and gave them to Henry, preying on a vulnerable mind and pushing him towards communicating with the gods. The plan was for him to become possessed. The plan? The freak wouldn't know a plan if she saw it. She's just making up stories and you're going along with it. Exile costs her brain to rot. The plan will become clear in later case files. If I get this wrong, you can reverse the conviction. I'll go back to the Idlelands and Yuri can walk free. Someone committed the crime to end all crimes, and the path to the truth is a winding one. We cannot go on trust. This is not justice. Do not dare to lecture me on justice. I am justice incarnate. The truth and trust the investigator.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Inside a safe in Henry's apartment is one of the forbidden tomes of demonology from the library vault. What's that got to do with me? Which book? The Grimoire of Magida. A frightful tone. How did a citizen come to obtain one of the restricted texts? Henry told me a stranger supplied him with a tome that would lead to his possession. Someone took a shine to him and slipped him a restricted text. And you think it was me? You're a joke. I have nothing to do with this. I don't consort with citizens. Yeah, I know. Fuck. There's no jury here. A truth is revealed. The truth proves Yuri guilty. Wow, really? Just because he can access the vault? I didn't like that at all. Yuri, be quiet. No, I am the blessed servant of my goddess. I was destined for greatness. I helped you, and now I'm going to die. These are the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught out. We got more stuff against Yuri. I mean, come on. Is this true, Yuri? She promised me a seat on the new council and to retrieve enchanted blue from the real world. Nonsense. I got Henry the books on demonology, sent him down the dark path. The plan needed the island to end. Henry provided the answer. The truth lies within a conspiracy. I don't know how we got him on that. I don't feel like... the weird thing about this is that we have to go one by one. I'd be like, yeah, so this is part 1, but also part 2 is he fucking killed K-Hax and had a space helmet. Wait, he didn't have that space helmet actually, did he? Wait, who killed K-Hax? Wait, was it not Carmelina's crew? Was it... No. Yuri was definitely the one who had evidence. Oh fuck, you know what I should have done? I should have gone back to Montserrat's and got his little... Didn't they say something about his necklace, which I don't remember what it was about? But I meant to go... I had the thought to go back there and look at it, but I completely slipped my mind. Lady Love dies while you're in here. Oh, save. Alright, we can keep saving over this because we haven't really made any choice. I mean, we've chosen who to accuse, but there's no way I would ever choose Henry over him. The murder of Grace Bloodlines. Oh, okay. Grace was our chief exorcist, and Henry was convicted for her murder, which he allegedly committed during his arrest. One last kiss seems to think she was set up to die. Grace Bloodline was murdered 10 years ago. I presided over the trial. I saw the sun's light cast the shadows from the terror and leave only truth visible. The truth may still be in shadow. Do those terrible events from a decade ago have a link to the tragedy of last night? I investigated it at the behest of One Last Kiss. Who is One Last Kiss? The ghost of Grace Bloodlines. She's on the island. A ghost of a murder victim 10 years ago is on the island. Is that so hard to believe, Judge? Can you prove you are who you say you are? Says her blood thingy. Grace Bloodline's unique blood code.
Is here.
One Last Kiss asked me to find her resting spot. I unlocked her blood vial and she confirmed the code independently. It's nice to see everyone again. What do you have to do with the murder last night? I was murdered 10 years ago, allegedly by Henry, who everyone here would have you believe is the council murderer. It makes you think, doesn't it? What if the two are linked? One Last Kiss asked me to investigate her murder. She believes there is more to it than the official version of events. Do you suspect her? Wait. Do you suspect her? No. No, I believe she is a victim in all of this. Well done, investigator. You have seen the truth clearly. I was making sure I knew what he meant by that. Paradise gets even more bizarre. The trial continues. Lady Love dies. Drive us along the highway of truth. I think Judge is my favorite character. He could have made him really boring. So yeah, Akiko didn't follow the arresting procedure. She could have known better. Akiko left the room, leaving Henry and Grace together. Akiko claims it was to check on Carmelina. Doomjazz contradicted the report about Grace's murder. He said the sigils had been carved into her body with a blade. The sigils that appear on Henry and his victims are seared into them. So that was our proof last time. The sigils in Grace's body were carved into her flesh. Henry didn't have a knife, but Akiko did. We can accuse Carmelina. While she was en route to Henry's exorcism, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko telling her to leave Grace unattended with Henry. She forgot to encrypt it. One Last Kiss said that Carmelina accompanied her to Henry's exorcism. Then we have Henry, and there's no evidence for anyone else. I'm really curious if Crimson and Doomjazz are actually legitimately innocent in all this. Akiko did not murder her, but she helped cover it up. Carmelina is actually the one who did it.
Paradise feels...
I believe Carmelina was the architect of her murder. This is nonsense. You have no evidence. When Henry was arrested, Grace was meeting with Carmelina. Carmelina requested to accompany Grace on the exorcism. This is unusual, as it would place Carmelina in an unnecessary amount of danger. It may be unusual, but it does not prove it was the perpetrator. I know. While Grace and Carmelina were en route to Henry, Carmelina sent a message to Akiko. She instructed her to leave Henry and Grace alone together. This message was intercepted before it was scrubbed from the server. Carmelina forgot to use encryption. Architect? I have no recollection of this. It sounds like a fabrication. That's it. Investigator, you don't have enough. We have to go with the official version.
We have achieved perfection.
See, but why can't I also present the evidence on Akiko? It was a conspiracy with the both of them. I'm going to save. I'm going to save it in slot 2.
Getting saved.
It sucks that Henry was proven guilty because of that. That's fucking dumb. The first holy seal that protects the council is made up of 2 high-ranking God Justice Marshals, fearsome warriors trained to neutralize potential threats to the council. Who killed them and how? Okay, we don't need to read that. The truth of last night. How were they killed and why?
Crime.
I will show you the
crime.
truth. We've got Akiko. She murdered them. We know that. What about this? Kafka login. No. She went in the back entrance. It's definitely a Grand Marshal for sure.
Paradise feels wrong.
And honestly, I'm gonna Akiko's convention. Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry. She has a previous conviction. Why else would she have aided his escape? Do you have anything else? They're not your marshals. An unexpected glint of truth in the riverbed of mystery.
This.
The dead bodies at the first seal aren't marshals. That's a lie! Where are the real marshals? I couldn't find it. My suspicion is somewhere in the barracks. Grand Marshal, this is a courtroom. Keep your language in check. A blood sample from the dead guards doesn't match any records for the marshals. She's lying. Her little PDA got it wrong. Did Starlight get it wrong? Is this really the truth? This is the truth, Judge. The blood does not match. Those bodies are not marshals. Did you run a DNA test on the bodies? No. Dr. Doomjazz told me that the server containing the necessary DNA files has been corrupted. Is this true?
Theoretically.
Yes, Judge. My system's automated backup failed. I checked the one on the moon and that has corrupted as well. Can we recover the data? The only people that can are on the next island and we're in lockdown. Do you suspect foul play? There's no way to tell. Troubling. Carry on. Akiko refused to let Doomjazz examine the bodies. Why? She didn't want to dishonor their sacrifice. This is a break-in procedure. They gave their lives in service. Their bodies should not be desecrated. I believe she was trying to hide that the blood did not match. Why? Akiko is in a relationship with Captain Voth, who was stationed at the first seal last night. Don't you dare say his name! Do not dishonor him. How do you know this, Love Dice? Crimson testified to it. Miss Acid? I can't divulge my sources, but it's true. I can't prove that she switched them, but the narrative fits. Do you have anything else? The guards were killed with a damaged blade. A damaged blade. The lacerations on their throat were ragged. This indicates a blade with nicks or damage would have caused them. Akiko's sword is battle damaged and would have caused the messy lacerations on the victims. Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry. This fits with her plan of faking Henry's escape. What's the grand plan, Love Dice? We've got more case files to go, Judge. What about the blade Henry was found with? Henry's blade was a new perfect blade. It does not have a serrated edge. It wouldn't have made a ragged cut. Akiko staged the guard murder and scapegoated Henry. She made a mistake and got too cocky, though, and didn't use the right blade to kill the guards. Do you have anything else? Present your evidence. Her alibi's been broken. We already presented that evidence. Okay. He's gonna say she's guilty. Truth in the case file sparkles brilliantly. She's guilty. I was ordered to kill my troops. I would never do that. Bonds born on the battlefield cannot be broken. That's a lie. She's lying. So, by the way, earlier I really hesitated on Carmelina, even though I know she was the mastermind behind it because of that. I think I was supposed to blame Akiko for that. The reason I thought that is because I think we're building up to proving Carmelina's guilty, and that was too early. But that was way too gamey, so I went with it anyway. But I think the game actually did do that correctly. I think we had more evidence against Akiko, but it was weird because I wanted to present Akiko's evidence along with Carmelina. That's how it should be. Like, here's this, and she used Akiko to do it, and here's the evidence for that. That Akiko did it, and then Carmelina masterminded it. Here's both these evidences. But unfortunately, it didn't really let me. It was too select one or the other in that case. So that's one where, like, if I had done an earlier trial, I probably would have selected Akiko because I had known that you can't do things, which I could have assumed, but I didn't know that for sure, right? So I wanted to make sure to get Carmelina if I could get Carmelina. But now Henry's going to die because I did that. So a little disappointing, a little, the game did it correctly, a little blah, 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 you know? I switched the guards out for prisoners and killed the fakes. Why didn't you admit to it when you told us about the rest of your involvement? Are you stupid? Before all of this, I was a soldier. I will be a soldier until I die. Soldiers always see their mission through. I was not going to have my name further tarnished if you hadn't got the evidence. I will be executed regardless. Soldiers must maintain their dignity no matter what. The truth becomes clear. Sure whined a lot for a soldier. Lady Love dies while you're in here. You do not have... Oh. Okay, we'll say this into 2. This is the true slot where I've made my mistakes.
Getting saved.
I haven't decided about going back to the barracks. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back to save 3 and get Akiko and get Henry off, basically, if I can, if I think I can do that, because I really want to do that. So I think we're definitely going to do a bonus episode. I don't know yet if I'm going to go back to the barracks, because it seems like we didn't really need to. I guess maybe if I'm going to do one anyways, maybe I just go to the barracks. Yeah, okay, that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do a bonus episode, go back to the barracks, find out what's there. I don't think we really missed much else that we need so far. And then we'll go and we'll get Henry free. So we'll do that in the next one. Then don't stop this one and go to the next one because you think it's going to be like the true 100% ending, because I am going to skip around in that one a lot, so that I'm not doing redundant stuff. And I'm obviously not going to sit here and read all this stuff out again. So this is the true last ending, so this is the one you should stick with if that's what you care about. K-Hax is the Syndicate's master craftsman and designer of the second Holy Seal that protects the Council. He hasn't been seen for a number of days. Our craftsman K-Hax is missing. Was he the victim of a crafted tragedy? He disappeared a number of days ago. Strange for a Syndicate member, but suspicious because he crafted the second Holy Seal. Did someone try to obtain the secret from him? Investigator, do you know what happened to K-Hax? He's dead, lying on the rocks on the coast of the island. Dead! The fangs of death gripped this island so tightly. How could this happen? Investigator, please review your case file. Got all the Crimson stuff. We've got the Yuri stuff. It was Yuri, right? It wasn't Crimson. Crimson told me that she had acquired the key to the second seal from K-Hax, but did it on behalf of Witness. She gave Witness the key. Witness claims this is a lie. K-Hax's body was dragged. Yeah, we know he liked Crimson, but coarse animal hair. It looks like goat hair. She had a relationship to get the secret, but why would she kill him afterwards? I don't... he's got the ring, a gaudy ring with the blue sapphire found in K-Hax's... Oh, okay, it's definitely Yuri. Okay, yeah. Alright, I just wanted to make sure, because there was a whole lot there against Crimson. I think she's innocent in all this. Oh, well, she did help Witness, didn't she? But is that enough to kill her for that? I believe Yuri is behind the disappearance. Want to save some trouble here and cooperate?
Show me your truth.
Of course he doesn't. We've got his ring. K-Hax's dead body was clutching Yuri's ring. How do you know it belongs to Yuri? Lydia confirmed it. Yuri had apparently lost it. In this case, he lost it in the hand of a murder victim. K-Hax had it in a death grip. I believe he pulled it off in the struggle when he knew he was going to die. He held on to it in death and to give us a clue. Someone is trying to frame me. They stole my ring and planted it at the scene. Is there any evidence that the ring had been planted? None. The fist was gripping it tightly. If it had been planted, it would have had to be done before rigor mortis set in. You people are out of your minds. This was not me. Present your evidence. There are drag marks leading away from K-Hax's workshop. I believe Yuri killed him to get the key to the second seal and tried to hide his body. Those could have been from anywhere. Yuri shut down the boat rides around the island on the same day that K-Hax went missing. Yuri picked a bad place to dump the body and needed to make sure it wouldn't be found. Why wouldn't he just move the body if that was the case? Yuri, shutting down the boat is one of my duties.
Is this a fact?
Why do it early?
Or a truth?
Who cares? I shut them down early, so what? That's it. Fine, I got the key for the second seal for her. K-Hax was an unfortunate casualty. This is the ravings of someone deceived by a god that's been caught up. We'll get to you later. And you got it by force? It wasn't supposed to be like that. I offered him a council seat and hoped he'd turn. We fought and I smashed him with the tool I had lying around. How did you get the key from him? His laptop was unlocked. It wasn't hard to find. I copied the file, dumped his body, and left. Nonsense. I have considered your truth. Well, I mean, he admitted to it.
The court finds Yuri guilty.
Save? Still haven't even got to the second conspiracy.
Getting saved.
We're at 40 minutes. Should I split this in two if it's going to split it in two? The council constructed a doorway to a plateau in space. The dreadful monuments there are used to open the second holy seal. Lady Love dies. What is the second seal and how was it breached?
I don't like this.
With the help of K-Hax, the council constructed a puzzle-based monument system on a plateau on a desolate planet outside of our solar system. The door in the council building acts as a portal to his antique part of space. To this. The obelisks on the beach provide the solution to the puzzle and are activated using K-Hax's key, or Starlight. The key carries a protocol which handshakes with the obelisk nightmare computer. Starlight can crack it. Investigator, please review your case file. Shinji speculates that Henry could have found his way through the second seal. Shinji's not gonna get... Oh, Lydia. And we're not worried about that just now. We had the discarded space helmet. Yuri slipped up. He admitted he knows the secret of the obelisks. The logs on the nightmare computer connected to the obelisk show that Yuri accessed them, meaning he knows the secret of the second holy seal. See, this is it looks like Sam opened the bloodlock on the third holy seal using Kafka's memories blood sample 2 days ago. Lydia remotely accessed the terminal. It contains a corrupted message from Witness with a data key. Someone used a remote access device to interface with the nightmare computer that controls the obelisks. The data key was sent to Lydia. The tablet is water damaged and corrupted. The most recently modified file is a corrupted message sent by Witness with a file attached. The file is the key to the nightmare computer that is linked to the obelisk on the beach, and she was on the cliff, and she has a space helmet that smells of her perfume. So here's where I'm wondering, if I accuse the Witness, who is technically also Yuri, who is technically also guilty, could I frame him in a way and get Lydia, my friend, free? I'm kind of curious if that's true. But it's Lydia. I believe Lydia went through the seal. This is a joke, LD.
Show me your truth.
I found Lydia's tablet rammed down a drain. We already covered these. Do you have any idea who the sender was? Witness. In addition, Crimson told me that she managed to obtain the key from K-Hax on behalf of Witness. That's a revelation, investigator. It wasn't relevant to the K-Hack's prosecution at the time. Multiple parties were out to secure the key. So witness got the key and passed it to Lydia. I believe so. Mrs. Daybreak, do you have anything to say? I don't know what LD's talking about. Do you have proof that she used it? Present your evidence. Tire tracks. Overlooking the obelisk computer is a cliff with tire tracks on. Lydia is the only one on the island with the car. Oh, come on, LD. That's circumstantial.
Show me your truth.
Sure.
The obelisk nightmare computer had been accessed remotely using a wireless device, presumably from the cliff top. There's a clear vantage point, and using remote access allows you to obscure the login. And the space helmet.
Got it.
The council uses helmets to breathe in space. You're only linking it to Lydia by her perfume. Lydia's perfume is a unique blend. Only she has the recipe. No one else could have used it with this helmet. Isn't that right? Don't know what to tell you, LD. I have a unique blend of perfume, but maybe someone got hold of it to frame me.
Don't show me your truth.
I have nothing to present. What about Lydia's alibi? Tell me about Lydia and Sam's alibi. Lydia told me she was at the Paradise Gates with Sam. They started the warm-up sequence and were waiting there while the murder happened. Wait. The nightmare computer logs onto the gate to confirm this. The warm-up sequence was started at 23:57. Have you got anything that contradicts this? As it happens, an alibi for last night is irrelevant. The crimes began a number of days ago. What do you mean? I have found evidence which suggests that the Daybreaks were involved with this crime, but their involvement did not occur last night. They breached the Holy Seals to sow the seeds of crime 2 days ago. The crime was not one of opportunity. An opportunity was crafted and required prior planning. All evidence I present against them must be taken in this context. Whatever happened last night had the groundwork laid by the Daybreaks 2 days ago. What is this evidence? Trust me, Judge. When we get to it, we'll cover it. The truth is a meal. I wouldn't do this for anybody else, but there is a reason that I called the investigation freak out of exile. The court trusts you. What the hell? This isn't right. Come on, LD. After all this time, how can you suspect us? We were waiting to leave paradise. This is a joke, LD. You've taken some facts and made a lie, not a truth. You guys shouldn't have fucking lied to me. You've twisted the world into a new image. You are wrong, LD. Shouldn't have charged me for my drink. Do not question my decision. We have stopped by the highway service station of truth. Lydia and Sam's alibi is broken. I have considered your truth. There is no jury here. A truth is revealed. Lydia is guilty. Why would you turn your back on us now? The penalty for this crime is death. You will be executed by a bullet of justice. This is the end of your eternal road trip, Lydia. Why? God damn it, LD. I'm dead, right? Damn it all to hell.
Bad feeling about
The
this.
punishment is execution. It wasn't supposed to work out this way. This was designed to be unsolvable. I never thought you'd be brought back. I helped so I could leave these islands behind. I don't care about Perfect 25. Help who? Witness! He said if I helped I could leave the syndicate.
I don't like this.
Fuck you, Lydia. You should have fucking come clean to me. Help with what? Deliver a cargo. I don't know, and this is like where the build-up. You need the build-up because I have no reason to have any feelings towards Lydia. Or Sam. Especially Sam. I don't know what it was. Heavy as hell, though. Almost cracked the axles. I just had to get into the council building a couple days ago. What was the cargo? No idea. I didn't ask questions. I just got it inside the council building. It was a black security crate. What about you also helped cover it up. If you didn't know, you come clean. You don't fucking cover it up. Especially to me. What about the other SEALs? God damn it, yeah, those two. I assume Sam helped you? No, LD, it was just me. I really doubt that. You were going to lead the syndicate by yourself. It's okay, Lydia. I can't live here without you, can I? If you're guilty, I'm guilty, aren't I? We promised each other too much, didn't we? That can't be for nothing, can it? We work together, for witness. If Lydia's going to die, I want to go with her. Heaven sounds better than an island without her, doesn't it? It was 2 days ago, LD. I don't know what the hell happened in that building last night, but we were in there 2 days ago. We followed Witness's plan and opened his shields. We took his crate through and hid in a penthouse.
Repulsive.
The crime to end all crimes set up 2 days ago. We have a conspiracy, Love Dies. There is no conspiracy!
Surely this is a joke.
The guilty are trying to take me down with them, jealous of my righteousness in the face of their heresy. That's a bag of crap. You promised me and Sammy that we'd be able to leave the syndicate if we helped. We knew we shouldn't. We knew whatever you were planning would be an atrocity. We've been here too long. There are only so many millennia that can't be endured, aren't there? The world needs to be seen. Islands kill the mind, don't they? The truth becomes clear. And also, like, on the flip side, we also don't have anything towards the council members. So, like, we don't really care that they were killed, right? We don't really care. Obviously, you know, they're the ones that locked me away, so... It's weird because it's framed it in a way where we have friends, but they're all kind of assholes and lied to me. And we have the assholes who are assholes to me. But I'm completely objective because I didn't really have any personal feelings unless I really want to role play Lady Love. But she also hasn't been very clear about her feelings on the subject either. Like, she doesn't talk to herself ever, so how am I supposed to really know how she really feels about Lydia and all that stuff? Lady Love dies. Oh. So I will save in slot 2, the true slot. Whew. Well, we've now intermixed the two, so there's no split up point, so we're going on. Who opened the third seal? It's a bloodlock, but we have a confession. Lydia and Sam, there's more truth. There's more truth to find. Third seal was the bloodlock. It was Sam. But it was also die. I'm really confused how I'm supposed to approach the fact that there's two conspiracies that I'm well aware of, and that we've also had admitted to. I think I'm trying to do a mix of blaming both of them. Die's already dead. Because we can blame both Sam and Die for the fourth Holy Seal. And, well, we can blame Witness for the fourth. So maybe we want to get Sam now. Die's already dead. This is solely because he made me pay for that drink. I believe Sam went through the bloodlock. We already have a confession from the daybreak. Nevertheless, we must examine the evidence. Oh, I did that wrong. Shit. This actually makes me want to reload now.
Test me.
Man, that's annoying. We're just gonna skip all this. We already, like you said, we've already got an admission from. But the reason I didn't think, I thought we had to do this is because we didn't have a. I don't believe that was guilty. Why is that important? We need to know who went through last night. I don't believe we do. I think the key to the case is what happened 2 days ago. Fuck.
The court finds Sam guilty.
I thought for Die we could... Because it didn't give me the screen with him saying convicted. Alright, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are actually... I'm going to save here and reload. That I feel like I got cheated there. You have two conspiracies, but it can only accuse one person for some fucking reason. It's really grinding my gears here. I think they've done everything right except for that fact, because and it also wasn't clear to me that I needed to, whether or not I needed to convict Sam as well. I've already got Carmelina pinned up for other stuff, right? Like, why do I need to... let's just see what he says. Fuck, man. I don't know what to do here. I want to keep going with my mistakes, but... You know what? Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going because, you know what? We're already going to do a bonus episode, so... Let's just go with it. I feel like it's kind of like in XCOM when you're doing Iron Man mode and you misclick. That's the equivalent of like I don't take the blame for that one, you know? Because it requires godliness. Montserrat owned a piece of crying grudge's flesh and a pendant. that would allow him to open the seal. This means that the council can only enter with Montserrat. But we have a confession. There's more
Paradise
truth.
feels wrong.
So it seems like I could let Witness, Lydia, and Sam go, basically. Got Die. I can't blame Witness at all. He took the flesh. He has the wireless receiver. But it was Die. Wait. No, yeah. Die, yeah.
Is this a fact?
I believe Dynonegate got through the seal. Who the fuck is that? A mysterious killer hidden on the island. A tantalizing truth. The secret lies within the architect's alibi. This is nonsense. The investigation freak is fabricating a lie. I had nothing to do with the dreadful events of last night. I was at Witness's apartment all night until we were summoned. I do like that they used each other as an alibi. That's fucking That's fucking great. I like that. Especially because they were married previously. That's awesome. All night until we were summoned by Judge for the crisis meeting. And when also all they had to do was tell one or the other, and then half the island doesn't end up dying. That's a really good one. I like that a lot. That's true. The building logs confirm her entry time at 9 p.m. and her exit after the murder. Are you able to disprove it? When Carmelina architected the island, she constructed a network of trans-dimensional corridors that allow her to move across the island in an instant.
How dare you?
That is absolute nonsense. Secret trans-dimensional corridors? Are you serious? Is the truth really hiding in these bizarre facts?
All that remains.
I found Carmelina's son in a hidden vault on the mountain. His name was Dynonegate, and he gave me this key which unlocks the corridors. From this vault, the corridors connect to Witness's apartment in the council building. In the 5 minutes Witness was out on his balcony taking a call, Carmelina could have used the corridor to get to the council building. This is a shocking revelation. Can you prove it? Starlight can verify my movements. User LLD traveled between the exit of these corridors. I don't know why I'm singing. These corridors in 0.021% of the time it would take on foot. This is a lie. The investigator cooked up. I have verified Starlight's data. Thanks, Starlight. Without Starlight, I would be doomed. Lady Love Dies is telling the truth. Why not create a corridor straight into the penthouse? I don't believe you can make a corridor if you don't know the destination. Carmelina has never been to the penthouse, so she couldn't make a corridor to it. There is a corridor leading from outside of the penthouse back to Dynonegate's vault. I believe he inherited his mother's power to make corridors and escaped back to his room by making a corridor. I never expected anything like this, Love Dies. Carmelina had a window of opportunity and used it to travel via her secret corridors, get Dynonegate, and deposit him at the council building. Carmelina went into isolation 25 years ago. Why? No one knows, because she was pregnant. She claimed it was to work on a new project, but no one in the syndicate ever saw what the result was. I think she had a child in secret. Who's the father? Aiz Kawami. He and Dynonegate had the same blood. Aiz took his own life years ago. Dynonegate killed himself when I found him. Why? We'll get to that later. This sounds like a conspiracy! Judge loves conspiracies. Architect's Carmelina alibi is broken. Present your evidence. Before he killed himself, Dynonegate told me he killed the council. To kill the council, he would have needed to get through the seals. Dynonegate had a strange piece of flesh fused to his body. Just looking at it overwhelmed me with a feeling of cosmic dread. I went to see Crying Judge. He told me that Carmelina carved a lump of his flesh off. I believe she fused that flesh with Dynonegate, creating a killer that could pass through the fourth seal. A bizarre truth. Dynonegate is guilty. We already have a confession from the Daybreaks. Bizarre truths. Court also finds Sam guilty for his confessed involvement 2 days ago. Okay. So that's how they did it. Okay. Oh! Okay, but okay. Fair enough. I take back part of my rant a second ago. Not the whole thing, because again, haven't been through the trial, don't know how this is how it works. So again, we needed at least one case before the big one, right? On a different island, preferably, but obviously that'd be crazy. That'd be too much work. I don't expect them to do that. Okay, to be fair, but maybe the different characters that went to the other island could be mixed in a little bit. That would be a good way to stay on this island and mix things up a little bit. I don't know. Lady Love dies while you're in here. Oh, fucking jeez! Every time, Judge. Every time. I am happy that I did not that I didn't reload there though. I made the right decision there, I think. The dead killer demon. You have a case file about a killer demon. What killer demon? I found a dead killer demon inside the council penthouse. There aren't supposed to be any demons on the island. This is where we pin up witness. We know what the reason was. If you don't, then you didn't watch the other episodes, you fuck.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Anything to do with your cargo, Lydia? Black security crate? Yep, that's it. It really contained a killer demon. Looks like it. That makes witness guilty.
Working in the light of the gods make me guilty of nothing. You need to prove any accusations in court.
He's right. The dark deduction of the dead demon's destruction is for another case file. The truth about where it came from must be dredged from the swamp of mystery. See who else I can accuse. No one. Okay. One mastermind down. Uh-huh. Onic, yeah, we know all this already. Here's my evidence. They have a confession. People who have faced the death sentence have nothing to lose. They can say whatever they want. He's right. Last night at midnight, witness made a phone call to an unknown number. That number matches the number on a receiver attached to the demonic containment crate inside the pit house. The receiver was designed to open the crate when it received a call. This would let the killer demon out, presumably to attack the council.
A ridiculous accusation. Why would I want to release a killer demon? Demons are abominations.
Why not explain how the phone number you dialed matches the receiver?
I can't explain a lie.
I verified the data by using witness's personal phone and a comms tower. He made the call and the receiver picked up, unlocking the demonic containment crate.
Lies!
There is a secret demonology lab hidden within the dead zone. The lock on it is coded to witness's blood vial.
That is an old panic room. I've never used it for demonology. Someone has planted that evidence.
That lab has the same crates as the one in the penthouse. During the extermination 10 years ago, Witness managed to capture a killer demon and contain it.
I don't like this.
There's a tunnel running from Sam's bar to the dead zone. Witness has been using it to access the dead zone.
Seen by who? A sinner that would besmirch the name of a holy man?
That's it. He's guilty. You have overseen so many wonderful islands. Why turn your back on us now?
Such is the burden of a martyr. You may think of me as a sinner, but I work for a holy purpose. You have all strayed from the path, and the gods weep.
I hope they weep for you as well. What was the play here? The killer demon was placed in the penthouse as a remote weapon. The security crate was hidden in the room. When the killer demon was released, it attacked everyone in the room on site. That sounds risky. I don't know if it was meant to kill all of the council. Just the presence of the killer demon would be enough to scare the council. A dreadful truth. Lady Love dies. Oh. Whew. We're almost done. One more left, right? We've got everyone else. Crime to end all crimes. The crime to end all crimes. The murder in the night. The paradise killer. Who killed the council? The truth has aged like a fine whiskey. How does the whiskey on this island taste? Pour us a glass of truth so that we may sip upon a vintage of blend of justice. I want to know who held the knife. If a killer was set up by a mastermind, we will deal with that later. I want to know who gripped the knife of murder in their palm of guilt. See, he's actually telling me what he wants now. So he doesn't want to know the mastermind. Who gripped the knife? It was Interrogate.
When love dies, All that
Dinonagate is the Paradise Killer. We're gonna go through this pretty quickly. I don't think we need to really read over this. She's just gonna say, no, I didn't do it, but we already know she did, and we've already sort of presented this evidence. He's already convicted.
Is this a fact or a truth?
So I don't feel the need to really read through this. Sorry. Shot him. He fled. There's the bullet.
Test me.
He fled bleeding. There's a blood trail that warped him out of there. He inherited Carmelina's power. She couldn't create it because she wasn't there.
I don't like this.
We know
Show
who
me
breached
your
the
truth.
seal. That's it. He's guilty. The tendrils of conspiracy snake around us. Starlight has a case file that will help us chop back to the tendrils to expose it within. Review the evidence. Carmelina's conspiracy. Review the evidence and prepare to speak with the judge. Why is this different? Why is she the big boy? I mean, we know Witness did it too, and we were just like, alright, Witness is dead. But she's like the big boy? We've already covered most of this, haven't we? Reveal the second conspiracy. Can you explain this conspiracy? I believe that Carmelina initiated a conspiracy to kill the council last night. She created Perfect 25 and wanted to make sure it was hers. So I think it's framed like this because we could have made this decision to let Lydia and Sam go, basically. I think is why it's framed like this. But it wasn't really a real decision. It didn't really, like, honestly, if I liked her, if they had been like less of dicks to me and lied to me and all that shit, and like I had built up this relationship with her and like previously, I probably would have let them go. But since I didn't, why would I? I'm a fucking investigator that's purely objective because I've been locked in an island for a billion years. Carmelina is being punished for her father's crime. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council as part of his punishment. Crimson told me that Carmelina has put in a number of motions to join the council. By the way, if you hear me moving around a lot, it's because my fucking ass hurts and my neck hurts and my ears hurt. Because I legitimately, when I record these episodes, when I end them, I'm usually done for the day. I really don't sit down on the computer and play games straight for that long. Unless it's a multiplayer game and I'm drinking, but I don't usually record those, or I do, but they don't usually get put up, or they get put up on a different channel. Crimson told me that Carmelina has put in a number of motions to join the council that have all been denied. She's a genius architect that has helped the syndicate birth a potentially perfect island. Does she feel she deserves a seat on the council? She knows the 25th island will be perfect. Is she worried she won't get credit for it? Witness testified that he is worried that Carmelina has changed. Maybe she expects more reward for her craft. Carmelina had a secret child, Dinonagate. She had kept him hidden in transdimensional corridors that she built with her skills as the architect. See, wouldn't this have been fine? So take out the Witness conspiracy, okay? Cut the time of this a little bit. I think it's in there basically to pad time and give you like a moral choice, I guess. But cut that. Put another case in before this instead. Bam. Get rid of the stupid minigames. This game's perfect. Dinonagate's father was Aiz Kawami. The council blood from his father would allow Dinonagate to breach the bloodlock on the third holy seal. Carmelina presumably learned that Henry had been fathered illegitimately by Aiz and had been kept a secret. That meant she could get a secret child as well. Okay, that's a weird reach, I think. When I found Dinonagate, he told me his mission had been to kill the council. He had a knife slick with the blood of the council members. He completed his mission. Dinonagate would birth a new syndicate, dying for Carmelina's sins. Carmelina took a lump of flesh from the god Crying Judge to get through the fourth seal. She fused it to Dinonagate's body. Yuri confessed to being recruited by Carmelina. Glad they're not making me click through these. Yuri got to the second seal from K-Hax under orders from Carmelina. I believe Yuri helped Henry obtain forbidden books on demonology. If Henry became possessed by a demon, it would initiate the end of the island and allow Carmelina's plan to be put in play. Henry's possession called for exorcism. Henry killed Grace and conveniently provided himself with a history of murder. A demonically possessed citizen would be the
Pride
perfect
cannot hide.
tool. Carmelina recruited Akiko into her plan.
Paradise
Akiko
feels
faked Henry's escape,
wrong.
putting a possible killer into play.
Crime is
Akiko knew the
repulsive.
first seal marshals would be killed and switched them to protect her beloved marshals. Carmelina's plan was achieved by using her transdimensional corridors. Her alibi looked perfect, but she knew Witness would leave the room. When he got a call. She knew Akiko would call at the right time and use that opportunity to slip out of Witness's apartment, get an interrogate, and deliver her killer to the council building. Do you have anything to say, Architect? You people would have nothing if it weren't for me. All these islands that you drifted along on, all your tragic little lives, all given to you by me. I facilitate the syndicate. I craft your homes. I have never been rewarded for my work, never been on the council, always living off to the side. It's all very reasonable, better than Witness's reasoning. Not even Perfect 25 got me the recognition I deserve. I don't expect the world, but her with Dynanagate was like truly, purely evil at the same time. So she fucking raised her own son as a killer and to kill himself and for her greed. So, you know, she might have had more reasonable reasons, but she did way more evil things than Witness did too. Just some kind of reward to show what I did was worth it. I don't expect the world just some kind of reward to show what I did was worth it. Was this worth it? It would have been. You shouldn't have been called down. I'd crafted a
The
perfect
facts
lie.
and truth are not
How
the
did you know
same.
what you'd made? How did you know you'd be made leader during the crisis? That's the irony. I didn't. I didn't expect justice incarnate to reverse the law and make me leader. So what was the play on the next island? When the chips are down, every one of the syndicate is a coward and a sycophant. You all want your little bits of power and for your little lives to carry on ticking by. The next council would be scared. All seniority would be gone and I would be the one that had crafted Perfect 25. I would make sure I had the throne. My father was a victim but treated like a criminal. He was executed by a coward. You people never appreciate what
When
others do
love
for you.
dies,
The Grand
all
Marshal
that
would give you a
remains
loyal
for
army to make sure of it.
paradise feels
The
wrong.
plan failed, the truth is known. You arrogantly believed everyone would believe Henry, a citizen, was capable of breaching the holy seals and murdering the council. Justice is immune to arrogance. By the way, since the judge already ruled on Henry's death, so he might not be killed on Henry killing Grace, I mean. So he's already being punished for that in theory, right? So, a hideous, heinous truth. A vile truth. Architect, you have been found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. Your punishment is death. And we're done. The onyxium claws of conspiracy tear at the flesh of this island. I can feel the dreadful shadow of this conspiracy looming over us. Can you explain this conspiracy? Review the evidence, investigator. Wait, what am I doing? Review the evidence and prepare to speak with the judge. Witnesses conspiracy. Oh. We have to do this too, I see. I don't know why it makes me review those.
The facts and the
I believe that
truth
Witness
are not the
initiated a
same.
conspiracy to kill the council last night. Witness has become a fanatic. He has radicalized himself as a devoted servant of the gods.
Got it.
He believes the syndicate has strayed from the holy mission, and I believe he wanted to put the fear of the gods in us. Montserrat was devolving into paranoia and was becoming a dictator. Witness has repeatedly voiced his opposition to Montserrat's plans for the next island. Witness took matters into his own hands.
Is this a fact?
Witness has become obsessed with the idea of a cleansing tide of demons, like the ancient Great Flood. He wants the syndicate to be forced to start again. The key to Witness's plan was planting a killer demon inside the council penthouse. That demon would kill the council and he'd get away with it. Witness made a call at midnight to a demonic containment crate that had been hidden in the penthouse, unlocking it remotely and allowing it to start its attack. Witness had been experimenting in demonology in a secret bunker within the dead zone. He imprisoned the killer demon and later weaponized it. Sam has a secret tunnel running from his bar to the dead zone. Witness used that to subvert the security on the dead zone and get in. Witness recruited Lydia and Sam into his conspiracy by promising to let them lead the syndicate on the next island. 2 ex-assassins are perfect tools. We never even gave the evidence of them sneaking in the back way, did we? Witness got the demon containment crate into the council building by using Lydia. Oh, here we go. She rappelled down the roof of the penthouse and took it in through the maintenance grate. Lydia went through the second seal on Witness's behalf.
Crime is repulsive.
Lydia and Sam worked together to get the demonic crate through the seals and into the penthouse a few days before the murder. The plan isn't foolproof. There were too many variables. Pinning your hopes on a wild killer demon and believing it wouldn't be traced back to you was foolish. No doubt the intention was a scare tactic more than anything else. Put the fear of the gods into the council to enact change. You used a killer demon as the messenger of angry gods to reshape the syndicate. The plan didn't have to be perfect to get what you wanted. All you needed was a catalyst for change. On a day of horrible truth, this one is the worst. Why? Carmelina's is way worse. Why, Witness?
I am surrounded by sin and heresy. You're all focused on the islands and your own little ambitions. What about the gods? What about our holy mission? All but one of the pyramids sit empty, and we have existed for millennia. We are an embarrassment to the gods.
He's not wrong. I mean, that is their actual mission statement. They're fucking terrible at it.
The syndicate needed rebuilding.
And you would be the one to do it.
The who is irrelevant. More important is why and how. Reestablish the priority in our faith. Resume our holy mission. Bathe in the radiance of our gods. I must die a martyr. I tried. I really tried to do the work of our astral lords. I mean, technically he's been successful. I wasn't enough, though. The sin on this island was too great.
I hope heaven is everything you want it to be. But someone like him, he should have gone down with it. He shouldn't have tried to hide it. He should have just went down swinging, not take anyone with him. If he had really believed in that, that's what he would do. So a part of him doesn't believe that, and that's why. I mean, true believers don't care if they die in their cause, right? They really don't. They don't typically try to hide it, I would think. So I hope heaven is everything you want it to be. Witness to the end. You are found guilty of conspiring to kill the council. The punishment is death. Man, by the way, I wish I could ever be big enough on anything to get a sponsorship. But in the past I've done long episodes. I've never done an hour and 20 minutes. My throat is holding up way better than it ever has in the past. So if you ever record things or want to talk for a while, I'm using this spray called Zinc. It seems to work really fucking well. I'm just throwing that out there because like I said, I've never done this long episode. I think I've done I think the longest was I did it exactly an hour on Phoenix Wright when I was very drunk on absinthe, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Just for that one episode. I had some issues with later recordings, even though I tried to continue that one. But yeah, like I'm getting tired more than anything. I'm stumbling on my words, but my throat's fine. The parlor of justice has played host to the truths of the investigator. Were the truths as expected? See, I can't say words, but my throat's fine. Were the words? Fuck me. All right, give me a sec. Were the truths as expected? Did esoteric knowledge reveal the truth, or did it remain hidden in mystery? The investigator will become executioner and will execute justice. We did it, everybody. We failed one, but at the same time, Henry did technically kill Grace. Even though if it's a frame up and everyone else is going down anyways, so one little twinge. We're still going to do the bonus episode. It'll be a much shorter episode. I imagine it'll be like 20 minutes. I don't think it'll be that long. So, Grand Marshal Akiko, 14. The verdict is execute. Oh, we just fucking shoot her right there. Wow. Kill Carmelina. 3 shots. They're just watching this come. Oh my god, this is so brutal. This is over the top brutal. No convictions. I'm really curious if somehow we could put them in here as well. But I really do legitimately think that they were only indirectly involved. Henry, that's not fair. He shouldn't get killed for that. It was already convicted. You can't retry him, Judge. That's double jeopardy. Now we get to kill our own friend? And we're just gonna do it, not make a big deal out of it. This is so weird. See what I'm saying? This is so weird just to do it like this. Like, come on, lady, love, at least like do Lydia last. It's so weird. Yuri. Now this one's gonna feel good. Die, you fuck. I'm really curious what happens after this. The unforgiving specter, one last kiss. The hidden killer, interrogate. Execute the dead body. Killer demon. Release the killer demon. The dead. You have earned the title of Grand Investigator. Your weapon is unlocked. On the next island, you will reform the Paradise Psycho unit. Island 24 is about to die. Island 25 waits for us. What kind of island will it be? Are you happy with your truths? Did you get the convictions you wanted? You entered into battle with the facts, the truths, and the suspects. Did you emerge victorious? This courtroom could only allow so many truths to emerge from their hiding places. Are there more to hunt? If you believe that things are not as they seem, there's still a way to punish the guilty. Grand Investigator Lady Love dies. I will leave you to execute justice at your discretion. Punish those that you deem guilty. Execution or exile are viable punishments. You may also let them go free. Wow. Okay, that's an alternate we're gonna try. We're gonna try letting Lydia and Sam go free. We're gonna try letting Lydia. We're gonna try exile Lydia and execute Sam for that drink he made me pay for. What about everyone else? Fuck them. Fuck them right up. Please work for the best interests of Perfect 25. Thank you, Judge. It will be my honor to execute justice. When you are ready to wave goodbye to Island 24, do so from the rearview mirror in Lydia's car. The car will take you through the Paradise Gates into Perfect 25. Use it at your own discretion. I'm gonna steal her fucking car. Those of you which have not been found guilty of destroying Paradise may leave and wrap up your business before you move to Perfect 25. Jesus.
She completed the job. Was there more to do? The investigator always trusted her heart. She would decide if Paradise had been saved. We are on Perfect 25, so it must have been saved. Saved isn't a binary state. Solving a crime doesn't mean the world is fixed. That's scary. It is. I hope she knew what she was doing. I'm sure she did. This is Lady Love Dies we're talking about.
Is that Isaiah? Whatever his name is. Alright, Judge. I pronounce you guilty. I hope that we will never work together again. You are right. The Syndicate's way of governing is flawed. It always will be. I look forward to never working with you. Oh. But I pronounce him guilty. I get to do that, right? Everyone but you, Judge? Come on now. Come on now. Come on, son. Alright. Everyone's gone. Alright, we're gonna go talk to Crimson. Doom Jazz can fuck right off. He wasn't guilty, but I still don't like him. I still don't like the guy. Maybe I should go talk to him, actually. Just see what he says. Maybe I'll do a couple next episode. Maybe I'll do one where we try to get like 100% this is the accurate way things were. And maybe I'll do another one where I just try to kill everybody. I try to get everybody killed. Would that be a fun one? I really want to end this because my legs are going... What's happened there? Hey, there's Shinji. Guess we're gonna talk to Shinji first.
Did you try using this jet ski? Don't answer that, I don't really care. I managed to get it to the top of the pyramid and back. Not sure it could do that again, though. Laters!
I love you, Shinji. They really did a good job with him. He could have been so annoying and just like I would have stopped talking to him. But he's actually like legitimately really good. There are some things in here that just like fucking killed it. You sunk your boat. Always do, Love Dies. Send the old girl off at the end of the island. Time to move on. Fresh start. Embrace the future. Are you looking forward to the future, Love Dies?
Got it.
Something is still wrong here. I can feel it. An investigator's hunch. What's wrong? Something you want to talk about? No. I'll see you on the next island. I have a new yacht that needs christening, Love Dies. I'll keep that in mind. You're lucky this time, Doom Jazz. Don't think I'm gonna let you get away with it all. I kill him next time. I can just murder him. Straight up murk that fool. Hey Lydia, can you drive me? Let's see what happens. Wait, no answer. No, I have to walk there. Why did I kill her? No. I wanted to go talk to One Last Kiss, but I think we can save that for next time because she's way the fuck away, and they're just going to be like, "Hey, good job, sport." That's going to be her. I know it wants me to walk though, because to take one last look around the island. We're going to go talk to Crimson for sure, and then we're fucking done. We're out. We did our job. I feel like we did a good job. Henry, should he have gone free? I think that's debatable. I think it's actually debatable. Because he's still possessed, isn't he? He still did the things. Even if he was manipulated into doing them. I wouldn't kill him. I don't think he deserved to be killed. But maybe in jail? Sure. He's only been in there 10 years, right? Is there a rehabilitation option? No, not really. Could we have One Last Kiss work with him? Maybe. That would be another option. But does the game give me this option? No. Also, if he goes to 25, he's just going to end up getting sacrificed anyways. I don't know. I think that's the one gray area, and that's the one I felt. So therefore, I'm 100% right? Ladies back in town. You got your gun back. Justice has been served, and the PPU will be reborn on Perfect 25. I've got a favor to ask. I'm not surprised. You need people for the Paradise Psycho unit, right? You want to be on the team? I'm the glamour of the battlefield, and I have a good stock of secrets.
I'm glad to be back.
You're hired. I want a corner office. We did hook up with her. Maybe we've got a little crush on her, so... Did you need something before the end of the island, boss? By the way, you're no longer hired. Maybe I should just exile Doomjazz for being a prick. Trying to hook up with me all the time. I just like that. It gives you that power. That's fun. I think the reasoning for that, by the way, is just in case for exactly what happened just the other way, where I wasn't able to convict someone I know is guilty, and that would frustrate me. So if I can just go and just blow their brains out, that would have, that alleviated some of that, like, fucking hell type of thing. I'm really, so far, extremely disappointed in that I did not get anything special out of killing Lydia and Sam. Of her, like, reminiscing about them or, like, feeling bad about it. She just straight up pew pew. And hasn't said a word about it. Crimson didn't say anything. Supposedly she was friends with them as well, right? With Lydia gone, I guess I need to drive out of here. See, like, that's so cold for no... Like, why not have her go, oh, fuck, why, Lydia? Why? Why? You know? Perfect 25 awaits. A new island, a new council. The syndicate has been changed forever. Facts and truth, truth and facts. Paradise needed saving. Was it worth it?
Oh,
Was it saved? I breathed life back into Paradise. Time for Perfect 25. By the way, the architects are all dead, so hope it's perfect.
I'm going to miss Love Dies. We could have had something special. Nothing brings people together like the impending obliteration of a pocket of reality. Still, at least the case of the Paradise Killer got her out of exile. I wonder if the truths were right. I guess I'll never know. I hope Perfect 25 was worth it. Obviously, I hope they all die in a fire, but for their sakes, I hope they enjoy it. I've only known humans for a short amount of time, but they all seem to be idiots that only work for themselves. I'm sure they'll fuck it up nicely. Anyways, time to watch reality die. So, I'll give more thoughts. I'm kind of tired and my throat hurts, obviously. So I'll probably give more thoughts on the bonus episode. But yeah, this is a very, very good game. Is it Return of the Obra Dinn top 10 favorite games of all time good? No. But it's in there as far as detective game goes. I'd say it's a top 10 detective game for sure. They did a really, really good job. The world building was really fucking good. Like, A++ on that. Character building. Within the confines of what they did, I think they did a really good job. They made too many characters assholes to me, though. Which already, I have no real history with them. So it's already sort of made me removed from the situation. I feel like they needed to do better of immersing me in the world of involving my feelings more of Lady Love. So making me too objective means killing Lydia meant nothing to me, and clearly it meant nothing to her too, because she didn't even give a shit. So I felt that was a little off, but the character building, they did a good job of making them interesting. They did a good job of building their place in the world, of giving them motives and all that fun stuff. I think they did a really good job there. Obviously, as I've said, we needed more cases, and I've covered that, so I'm not going to keep talking about that. The art's fine. I love islands. I love that atmosphere. It's a bit of a mess, though. Could they clean it? Did they need 5 billion statues everywhere? No, they did not. And they're all really ugly statues. But still, not going to harp on that too much. What else? I'll speak more on this later. Really, really enjoyed this game. Had some flaws that frustrated me, but at the same time, I don't necessarily blame them for it. I think they did really, really good with detective games, as we've covered on this channel many, many times. Really near impossible to get perfect, unless you do something, again, like Return of the Obra Dinn, where you have a very specific thing you're doing, and you stick to those rules without flinching. But he didn't have any characters to build or anything like that. The world building was just as good, but I guess he did have the characters, but they weren't you weren't investigating a live murder, which is and interrogating people is way fucking harder than inspecting a crime scene, right? So, but he knew that, and that's why he cut them out of the game. That's why they weren't there, right? So he designed the perfect detective game in that way, Lucas Pope, and they went a totally different route, which is totally fine, and I think a much harder route. So it seems harsh to punish them for that, but you still have to point out the flaws, right? And still have to point out that the minigames fucking sucked. The decoding was fucking dumb. You have to point that out, even though I still love the game. So yeah, see you all in the bonus episode. We're going to solve it perfectly, as we know it to be the truth. Go to the barracks, get the Voth truth and all that stuff. And we're going to have a little fun round where we go and execute everybody for no reason. Just because I want to see the reactions and all that stuff. I hope there are reactions. I hope she doesn't just shoot them and they're gone and no reaction or anything like that. But that's what they did in the trial, so maybe that would be the case. If that's the case, maybe I'll just do it once to someone who annoyed me and I'm gonna end it there. So we'll see what happens. Thanks everybody. If you watched this thing, awesome. That's really cool. I know 0 of you did, but still. It was fun recording it. It's fun talking like people were actually listening. It makes these games so much more bearable. I cannot sit through single player games anymore. I can't do it without this type of activity. So thank you for watching if you did. If you didn't watch, thank you, invisible non-person, for giving me reason to actually finish this game. And it's a lot more fun to discuss your theories out loud instead of just sitting in the back of your brain like when you watch a TV show or something. So yeah, see everybody next time. Let me make sure there's nothing here. Oh wait, there's something here. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Ha 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 ha. So that's how it ended. A weird turn of events. The strangest paradise yet. Is this paradise safe? Of course it isn't. This is the syndicate we're talking about. Will we need her again? We always will. She's the only one that can save paradise. Their love cannot be defeated. Well, they're dead. What was that? Alright, bye everybody.